Greetings and welcome back to another episode of the Corrupt Crew Chronicles. I tell you, that shitty one circus code leader got back to me. He's standing up there tonight, okay? Friday night, standing up there and coming down on them folks in there. No, the fault is in his ass. He is to blame. He is to blame for everything that's going on. And I want to go ahead and I want to address this. Um, as I said on the last video, that real estate, Georgia Real Estate Commission, that's one of the real estate agents. I got both of them that's in there. Yeah, they're the real estate agents. The reason why I brought up the one who funky, nasty, and don't want to wash her ass per her husband, the officer, is because it had to do with Brother Jesse and then fumbling around with that contract and Brother Jesse selling his house to that service code leader, Shitty One. Yeah, I on videos back, I actually talked about how I put in two different investigation complaints on both of them because the other one who's just regular, she's just a regular member in there. She's real estate as agent as well, but I put it on her too. Because she's in there, selling real estate, and then also has a real estate investment company. Both of those real estate agents do. But, again, I just want to make it quite clear that both of them have been reported and both of the investigations have started. But I was really focusing on the one with, again, like I said, the funky, nasty, don't want to wash her ass per her husband officer in there, because that involves that circus code leader, Shitty One. Now the other one, that real estate agent in there, and she's a female. As far as I know, there hasn't been any type of contractual, agreements that have gone awry with anybody who's no longer in there. You see what I'm saying? So I want to come on here and make that quite clear, because I know what that circus code leader does. Shitty One, he get up there and he want to say, oh, like somebody is confused, or well, we have multiple. Yeah, you do have two real estate agents, but anybody of you all who have been listening and keeping up with my videos, you all are on point. Because I explained everything plainly. And you can go back to the past videos. Of course, I don't know which episode that was on, for the videos. But yeah, I talked about that on a few videos. Yeah, on here. So I think probably about 3. This is probably like my 4th one talking about with that real estate, going on and everything, and especially that fumbling around with that contract when it comes to Brother Jesse. So like I said, he's going to get remedy for that. He is. That brother, he's going to get remedy for that. Because, again, I also put in for the FTC. Now, for the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, I only put in one complaint, and that was specifically about with Brother Jesse and that contract with that he fumbled around with that his contract with that. Again, she's on there, but then I had to list that circus cult leader, Shitty One, because that's who he was supposed to be selling his home to. And then it was a fumbling around, like it came out to be like he was selling it to that circus cult itself. And that all has to do with the IRS, with that 13909 complaint form. So, it's a lot. And like I said, that officer in there who funky nasty don't want to wash her ass per her husband, she's in real deep trouble. And like I said, if she can stand there and she can take all the fall if she want to. But I tell you one thing, you dealing with federal agencies, and even when you're talking about for the Georgia Real Estate Commission, her real estate agent license will be snatched and they'll revoke it to where she can't, be a real estate agent there or anywhere across the land. They have that much authority. And then when you're talking about for the Federal Trade Commission and of course the IRS with that 13909 complaint form I put in, that's dealing with federal. That's crime. That's criminal. That's fraudulent activity. That's talking about, okay, gotta pay back some money. Cause they owe brother Jesse, he's owed like $60,000 from the proceeds of that house. And like I said, he has all his documents. He has all of the emails and the texts. Yeah. So again, this is very serious, and that's only one. That's only, well, actually two investigations out of the 104 that I put in complaints. When I say two, I'm talking about the one for that officer who funky nasty don't want to wash her ass per her husband, and then the regular real estate agent that's in there. Yeah, that's only two. So 102 other complaints investigations are going to be coming through there. Through on that service code leader shitty one and that corrupt crew and that crime family. Yeah, so I want to come on here and make that quite clear. And then also I want to address, he's standing up there, and I guess they doing some type of fast or something. No, that's not what I'm talking about. No, where's that scale? See, I'm not letting that go. I mean that. He was supposed to have that scale, that weight scale, body weight scale in there yesterday, before it became even, before it became sundown, because it turns into a day of rest for them. And he was supposed to have that herd of water buffalo, those lard asses come in there and weigh, and he's supposed to record it. See, because it was supposed to be the start of them with this healthy lifestyle. And I'm talking about for the herd of water buffalo, he got up in there, the lard asses, the fatties. Yeah. See, because like I said, that feast and everything coming up, and it's supposed to be eating, or I don't know if they just having a 1 day fast or what's going on, in there. But I know they're not going to be fasting for a full 8 days next week when that funky ass Feast of Tabernacles come in on the 28th. So, yeah, they're going to have food up in there. And like I said, one side needs to be the healthy food line, and then the other side needs to be the regular food line. And I mean that. I already gave the breakdown as far as what he needs to do up in there. And they need to be back there working out. Like I said, those are the lard asses, the fatties. And, if the average size, ones who are not fat in there want to work out, yeah, just make it into, a whole, workout. So whoever wants to join in, but make it mandatory for those fat asses, the lard asses, the water buffalo in there to get back there and work out. And then also he needs to bring them up there in front of that camera. See, or either call out their names. See, because like I said, he did that to me when I was in there. And like I said, ain't none of them have sat up here and lost a significant amount of weight like how I did when I was in there. I lost 98 pounds. I shed 98 pounds when I was in there. Okay, that's 2 away from being 100 pounds. And I did it healthy. I did it by eating what we call living foods. And I already went through that on the other video about this being spirituality. See, I already had my first spiritual awakening when I was sitting in there back in 2014. Me and Sister Keita, we used to talk about spiritual things. But back when we was over there in that funeral home in 2014, yeah, we started talking about spiritual things. And I know for a fact, me personally, this is Amber talking about me, I had my very first spiritual awakening back in 2014 while I was sitting in there. See, and spiritual awakenings, you don't just have one. I've had several since that time. And I'm not going to get into all that because that's spirituality and that has to deal with me. No, he needs to stick with religion. See, that circus code leader shitty one. And I already went through that. You cannot mix the two, spirituality and religion. Those are two separate. You can't mix the two. But I'm getting back on here with these fatties. And I do mean that. And be working out every Saturday after that day of rest. The hours of rest are done and over with at sundown. On Saturday, while they up in there, and like I said, those out-of-town members are not exempt because that's who I seen herd of buffalo stampeding across that camera last Thursday when they had that bomb threat up in that Circus Code. And they had to evacuate that Circus Code building. I mean what I say, and I'm holding on to it. I mean that. And I just say this too. He's standing up here and he's berating them, coming down on them folks up in there. Them folks are tired. And I'm saying it's not all of them, but it's some of them who are tired and they're going to walk off. They're tired in there of giving him, that Circus Code leader, shitty one, their money, and he has everything. And I'm talking about material goods, and they keep on getting depleted. They're depleted with their energy. They're depleted with their time. They're depleted with their money. Everything. Their health is declining. I'm talking about overall. And it hits everyone differently. But yet it happens when you're sitting in that Circus Code. I know firsthand about it. And others of you who are gone from way from up out of there, my fellow brothers and sisters, you know firsthand as well, because you all went through some stuff too when you were sitting in there. And I mean that. See, the fault is in him, in that Circus Code leader, shitty one. He's the problem. He's the conniving one. He's the biggest liar. He's the biggest hypocrite. Like I said, he's not addressed anything that I've said on these videos, nothing at all. And he's not going to. And like I said, he doesn't have to address about with these complaints that I put in, these claims I put in. He's going to have to address it though with them agencies, the ones that's pertaining to him. And also with that corrupt crew, they're going to have to address those agencies, the ones that's been put in on them. Like I said, they don't get exempt. They did the crime, so they're going to have to do the time. And they're not going to be able to sit there and just blame that on him. Oh, he gave the idea talking about that Circus Code leader shitty one. No. They grown men and grown women, and they made the decision to go along with the stupid, dumb, retarded, idiotic idea that stupid, dumb, retarded, idiotic Circus Code leader shitty one came up with. For them to commit criminal activity, fraudulent activity, and to do nefarious activity. And those are facts. But I know that there's some of them who's going to be walking on up out of there. Because again, it's too much stuff that's going on out here as far as the energy has changed out here. When I say that, I'm talking about worldwide. See, again, energy, that's spirituality. You're not going to get to talk about energy and all that. And then he tried to say something about energy in there tonight. No, that's spirituality. That has nothing to do with religion. Again, religion is man-made. That came. All religions have pieces and parts of spirituality. That man has actually created. And when I say man, I'm talking about mankind. That's what I'm talking about. See, he knows that he's no match for me. Like I said, queen on the chessboard, I am she. And I already talked about that. And that's not talking about being a whore. No whore here. Not at all. That's his whore bitch of a wife, shitty too, that he has. And he got whores all around him. Whores for daughters, whore for daughter-in-law, whores for the daughter-in-law's mammy who's sitting in there. And whores sitting in there. I mean that. He got the dregs of society sitting up in that Circus Code. That shitty one Circus Code leader does. Like I said, all the stellar members are gone. And I was one of the stellar member. I was a stellar member. Gone, been gone. Stellar members. For real. Because we wouldn't dare get caught up in no mess like that. Talking about some criminal activity, some fraudulent activity, some nefarious mess. And that little boy in there got sexually violated by that teenage boy while being in that circus. It happened right in that Circus Code building. And he did not report it. When I talk about I am talking about that Circus Code leader shitty one did not report it. That's all come out. And you can tell that he is so angry standing up there. Because there's nothing he can do to stop me. Like I said, divine spirit and my ancestors, they control me. They have the rule over me. And they've already told me that this is never going to stop. I'm a predator on him, Shitty One, that circus cult leader, that crime family, and that corrupt crew until the day I die. But like I said, specifically on that circus cult leader, Shitty One, and that whore bitch wife, Shitty Two of his, and that Lieutenant Dummy son number 1, Lieutenant Dummy son number 2, and their bastard children. And I mean that. Nobody gonna get me off of them. Nobody gonna get me off of him. Like I said, only ones that could will be divine spirit and my ancestors, and that's not happening. And I mean that. I'm a predator on him, and nothing he can do about it. Yeah, I know you got anxiety. I know you can't sleep. You already couldn't sleep. You really not getting any sleep now, especially when it come through talking about that the investigation already started. It sure has. And that's not even talking about with the FTC, because when they get with them, because I put that in the investigation, request for the investigation, that I put a report, a complaint in with the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, as well. They're gonna be all connected. For real, I connect all of them together so they'll know this is not isolated. I know who to sit here and who to put complaints into, who to put these claims into these different agencies and everything. And I let them each know. So they know, oh, wow, okay, well, it's not just coming to us. Got claims with other ones that's connected to this to this complaint. Yeah, mean that. See, like again, I'm strategic. I'm the queen piece on the chessboard, boy. And I got spiritual rank over you, boy. And I mean that. For real. I mean that. The energy done changed out here, boy. And I done already sat here and went through what has changed, talking about from going from period 8 into period 9. And it's not talking about no type of menstrual cycle either. Because like I said, again, I already went through all that on another video. He'll stand up and be trying to say, yeah, Mitch was like, no, with his stupid, dumb, retarded, idiotic ass. Just an idiot standing up there. And I mean that. And it just sickens me when he calls those children up there. And he's somewhere calling them baby kids. And he calls them kids. Those are goats. Why you call those children that name? And baby's kids, like they bad and everything. See, negative. See what I'm saying? Projection. That's all he does, negative. Let's look at that. Those children are innocent in there. You don't call them, you should be calling them little lambs. Yeah. Come on, little lambs. And watch, he'll get up there and start saying that. Just stop it. Don't even do it, nigger. Mean that shit. Make me fucking sick. Ugh. I'm telling you. Look, I just want to come on here and want to make this video and talk about that stupid ass, retarded, idiotic fool standing up there tonight, that circus cult leader Shitty One, and get things straight and just, make it quite clear what's going on with the investigation with that Georgia Real Estate Commission. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this video short. I'll be back with another video. But until that time, I'm signing out.